Hi guys, Chad here, back with another video, and it's been so long since I did a video for you guys. At least a video that was video game related. I think nearly 2 years. I think the last video was Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles video. Part of my Sonic series of videos. Didn't do too well, if memory serves. Anyway, I'm going to show you two things today. First thing is a handheld that shouldn't exist but yet does, and I'm very grateful for that. And the other thing is a game that holds very significant, nostalgic and sentimental value to me, as it's a game that me and one of my brothers used to spend hours playing. He was way better at it than I was, because I think I was only game came out in 93. How was I? 93, 7 years old. And I was very much a Sega kid by then. And I think my brother was a Sega kid too, because in England Sega was way more popular than Nintendo. I don't care what anyone says, it was. Anyway. So without further ado, I'll show you the first thing, which is the handheld. Again, I can't believe this even exists, really. It's been around for ages. I've been aware of it for ages, but I've just got one. But God bless them for even attempting to do this, because this is amazing. Bum bum bum. It's the HYPERKIN SUPABOY Hyper Beach edition. They have a black gold one and a grey one that looks like the American Super Nintendo controller. This one's this lovely teal or turquoise colour. Very 80s funk, which is funny because I think the Super Nintendo came out at 90 or 91. A couple of years after the Sega Mega Drive. Sega Genesis if you're American. Anyway, it's got this teal or turquoise finish on it with hot pink accents and hot pink buttons. Shoulder buttons are turquoise. This plays Super Nintendo games and Super Famicom games. That's the American / European Super Nintendo games and the Japanese Super Famicom, because the name for the Super Nintendo in Japan is the Super Famicom, or the American name, the Western name for the Super Famicom is the Super Nintendo, because it came out in Japan first, obviously. So this is the top of the console. You got your charge, your status light, your region switch, your reset button and your power button, and AV out. You can play this on the TV. It's got these nice little things for Super Nintendo controllers. Although I wouldn't use this for a console, because I have a Super Nintendo, so why would I? And also, it's not that... It's got some heft to it. I mean, it's good build quality and stuff, but for a console, it's just the wrong shape. It's got another one there. This one's got these nice rubber protector things, so you don't get it full of dust and that. So, now let's show you the game. So here's the game, Run Saber, which is a nice little ultra clone of Strider. But to explain the significance, the nostalgic significance of this game as it pertains to me. One day in around 1993 or early 94, my mum decided, well, it might be my mum and my dad collectively decided. It was probably my mum, if I'm being totally honest. Decided that one of my brothers deserved a Super Nintendo, or she wanted to get him a gift. I think he was like good in school or something, or you got an accomplishment in school or something like that. I don't know the reasons. I was literally like 7, and my world didn't exist. The outside world didn't exist to me, kind of thing. And me and my brother, and the game we got with it, or he got with it, was Run Saber. Whether it was one that he picked or whatever, I don't know any of that. But me and my brother, this is the game we had with our Super Nintendo. We didn't have the Super Nintendo for very long, so we didn't manage to accumulate a collection of games. This is the game we had. And me and my brother used to spend hours playing this, fighting at who owned the Super Nintendo. It was his, but we both played it, so I tried to say that it's both of ours, but it wasn't. It was his, but I was like 7, so we used to fight over it. We used to play 2-player games on it, the 2-player game on it and stuff, and he would get so angry at me because I kept making him die, because he was way better at video games than me. Now, he would never admit this, but now I think we're probably about same. If we don't play games like Street Fighter and Skyrim. He loves Skyrim, or he loved Skyrim. But back then, he was like the game master of games. Like, I could play Sonic quite competently, and I got really good at Mortal Kombat in the arcade, even though I was so small. I could do fatalities in the arcade and everything when I was like 7 or 8. Of course, by the time I was 7 or 8, I think Mortal Kombat 2 was out, and it was out on console, and Mortal Kombat 3 was out in the arcade. I don't know. I was 8 in 1994 was when I was 8. I don't know when it came out in arcade. I'm not really going to do the research, because this is not about Mortal Kombat. This is about Run Saber. So I'll put the story synopsis of this game in the description. But basically, you play as these 2 cyborgs. You got to save the world, and you fight this 3rd cyborg that's was your partner, but I think he's brainwashed by the villain, and you got to guess save him or something. This is just memory off the top of my head when I used to play it. Gameplay is very similar to Strider. I've never played Strider back then. I've played it loads of times, like in recent years. When did I first play Strider? Around about the time I first started collecting games, I played it on the Sega Mega Drive. I had a Japanese cartridge. I sold it for a profit. Not long after I got it. I didn't have it for very long. But back then, my brother probably was more aware of it than I was. When I was a kid, I got all my video game news on this show called Bad Influence that used to be on CITV when I was really young. I think before it was even called CITV. And Game Master on Channel 4. Those were like thing. And if they didn't talk about Strider, I didn't know about Strider. And although they might have spoke about Strider, I just don't remember. We never had it when we were kids. We didn't have the Super Nintendo for very long, so the only game we had on this was this one, and it's a good one. And so let's pop that in and play some of that. Here we are with Run Saber inserted into the HYPERKIN SUPABOY Hyper Beach Edition. Hyper Beach Edition, I should say. So let's turn it on and play some of that. Now, when I was sort of watching my brother play this earlier, because I showed him it earlier today, he noted that it's not as colourful as he remembers. That could be because of the screen, or the fact that it's not an official cartridge. But got two characters, a male and a female one. Not to assume their genders or anything. But this is the guy one, and I mean, I would have to put this in my actual Super Nintendo to note the colour difference, if there is one. Although, like, he was a lot older than, I wouldn't say a lot older. He's 3.5 years older than me. So his memory of it's going to be more less rose tinted than mine, because I was literally about 7 or 8 when this came up. So it was seven. Because I think when this was released, it wasn't released. I think it was like a budget release or something like that. Over here in England, because like I never heard of it until literally my mum brought it home. Because although I was with my mum and dad when they got the Super Nintendo, I remember thinking, why is my brother getting a console for? Because it wasn't like Christmas or birthdays or anything. But that was just more like sibling rivalry kind of thing. I was a tad bit jealous. But, you know, I got more than my fair share of treats growing up. So it was just sibling rivalry. Anyway, I didn't see what game they got with it until my brother literally just put it in. But he was getting to the age where he was like going out and with his mates and that, and hanging out and stuff. So we ended up not having the Super Nintendo for long. Oh, these characters have got ninjutsu moves. Like here's this guy's. But it was good to see my brother play this and have a good old time doing it, even though this game is quite unforgiving. Now, I don't know if the difficulties ramped up because of the dubious cartridge, or that is because we haven't played it for like 30 years. Just aged myself there. Won't be the last time. And yeah, he was having a good old time, but this game is very unforgiving. Annoying. I'll show you the lady one now. My dad liked playing this as well, I remember. But he was playing it as someone that's never like played a video game in his life. My dad wasn't what you'd call like a gamer dad or anything. I don't think they really existed when I was a kid in the 90s kind of thing. But saying that, although this is not like an official cartridge, it kind of plays like I remembered it playing. Like, Although it's not as colourful as, like, say, the official cartridge would be, when I look at it, it looks right to me. It does. The colours don't look as muted here. Like looking at it, the colours don't seem as muted when I'm not looking at it through the phone, because I'm recording with a phone, because I had some problems with my vlogging camera that I used to use. I do have a DSLR that's capable of recording video and whatnot, but I would have to do a lot of extra stuff to get it, like, upload it to YouTube, because it's like an older camera, so I don't really focus on it. Here's this one's ninjutsu, and I'll see you in the outro. So guys, that was Run Saber on the HYPERKIN Superboy. It's a good game. I really like it. Sort of brings back childhood memories, which is a lot of... Two reasons why I like to collect retro video games and play retro video games. One was to relive childhood memories of games and stuff, and another one is to play games I've always wanted to play, but for some reason or other I couldn't play or didn't have the opportunity to play when they were out, either because I didn't have the console they were on or the computer that we were on. I mean, we had an Amiga when I was a kid, but we didn't have that for long. We had a Mega Drive when I was a kid, didn't have that for long. Had a Super Nintendo when I was a kid, didn't have that for long. Had an Atari 2600, had that for long, but that was like something my dad had that he never really used, so he gave it to me. Had a Sega Master System that I had for ages. Had a second Mega Drive that I had for a while as well, and but yeah, like, I had a very in and out kind of gaming experience when I was a little nipper. Jogged the camera there, apologies. But here we are at the end of the video. Thanks so much for watching. Thank you for, if you watched this the whole way through, listen to me rambling on. And I do enjoy making these videos for you guys and stuff, and I don't really concern myself wherever I get like no views, a little views, lots of views. Never concern myself. I just do these because I just enjoy it, and I think if I was to ever get like a, I'm not saying this because I think this will happen, but say if I get like a video that went viral, I would stop enjoying it then, because it would be like a job, and this is not a job for me, it's like a hobby. It costs me nothing to make these videos. I'm using the free version of the CapArt app. I'm using my phone that I already own, you know, and I'm like, I don't buy things to make videos for, unless I'm doing like an episode of eBay Plays, which I haven't done in ages. I should do that. I've got something from eBay that I will do a video on should be coming Monday, which is tomorrow in my time. In your time, it will be today, because this will probably go live tomorrow. It doesn't take me long to edit these videos. So feel free to like, comment and subscribe. Don't feel you have to though. And everyone have a really great week ahead, and that. Think positive thoughts and stuff, and just live your life to your best self, and see you next time.